Hello and welcome to Firefighting in Canada this week. It's Friday, January 22nd, 2016. Today's edition is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. I'm Tamar Atik, and here are the top stories. A former Manitoba fire commissioner found guilty of forgery and breach of trust won't be going to jail. Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency no longer requires firefighter recruits to have post-secondary education. And an Alberta chief discusses the risks in fighting a fire at a suspected crystal meth lab. And now to our top story. A former Manitoba fire commissioner who used the province's money to pay his personal expenses won't serve time in jail. CBC News reports Chris Jones will serve a 21-month conditional sentence in the community. He will have to obey a curfew restricting when and why he may leave his home and also perform 100 hours of community service. Jones, who was commissioner from 2009 until he was fired in 2011, admitted to taking $55,000 in cash advances and pleaded guilty to forgery and breach of trust earlier this month. Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency is changing the recruiting process for full-time firefighters. Recruits will no longer be required to hold a post-secondary certificate or to pay application fees. Global News reports the department is also launching an outreach committee to recruit Aboriginals, African Nova Scotians, New Canadians, women, and members of the LGBTQ community. This is the first time Halifax Fire has recruited career firefighters since 2007. In this month's issue of Canadian Firefighter, Lesser Slave Regional Fire Service Chief Jamie Coots shares his department's experience with a fire at a suspected crystal meth lab. He stresses the importance of being prepared for any type of call or risk.
So it's about the training, it's about the equipment, it's about the partnerships, and I always like to talk about partnerships. For us, it was a suspected meth lab, and so it kind of starts out as a house fire and then turns into this dangerous goods call. And because we have a great relationship with the RCMP and because we had done previous training on meth labs, we knew what we were looking at, and we were able to get the right people there to help us out with that. So it's easy to train on fire because that happens to us, and it's easy to train on car accidents because that happens to us. But we have to also focus on some of these things that don't happen as often, right? What could happen to us is always very extreme. So we want to make sure that we're prepared for that.
That's our show for now from Annex Business Media's Niche TV newsroom. Thank you to our sponsor, VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. You can find more news about Canadian firefighting online at firefightingincanada.com or subscribe to the magazine and have a copy delivered to you. On behalf of all of us here at Niche TV, thanks for watching.